Hey everyone, welcome to another week of Klowd9. My name is Alex Lambert and I'm happy to be bringing you the video this week. I am a team member of Klowd9. Believe it or not, it is not Justin that is behind everything, although he is obviously the main person. We actually have a whole team that tries to put together, good content for you guys to see on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. But I am the first person outside of Justin that is doing a video, and so I am very happy that you're joining me today as I present our career wellness video. Now I just want to start off with a disclaimer before I really dive into this that I'm not an expert. I'm not going to be able to sit here and tell you this is what you need to do to be happy. What I can do is I can tell you what's worked for me, what are things that I wish that I knew, what are things that maybe I wish I did differently, and maybe it'll help inspire you to do the same, do differently, whatever. Just hopefully it inspires you somehow. Now, a recent Gallup Poll came out and 85% of the respondents said that they hated their job. Let that sink in. 85% of people in this world find more frustration out of their job than they do fulfillment. So career health is very important, especially when you consider that we spend, most of us, 40 plus hours a week at our job. And I would guess that a lot of the people who don't like their job are spending 60, 70 hours of their job a week. So how do we be happy in our jobs? Well, I don't know if I can tell you what is going to make you happy in your job. But I want to start off first with finding your correct career path. So right now I'm kind of talking to those in high school, those maybe that are out of high school and in college or doing their own thing, figuring out what they want. Here's a few things that I wish I knew or that I did coming out of high school. 1. Now, college worked really well for me, but it's not for everyone. And I feel like in our society today, in our high school system, we really push students to go to college. And I'm not saying college is a bad option. Like I said, it worked really well for me. But college is not for everyone. There are a ton of trade jobs out there available. If you really like cars and you suck at math, go be a mechanic. There's absolutely nothing wrong with being a mechanic. Number 2, and this is a big one that I wish I knew coming out of high school, or at least understood better, was that whatever major you pick if you are going to college, it doesn't have to be super related to what you want to do in your career, if you even know at that time. Let me give you an example. I was a math major. That didn't necessarily mean I had to go into a math field. Now granted, I am now a mathematician, so yes, I did end up going into the math field. But you don't have to go into that field. When I was coming out of school, I had options to be a salesman. I had options to work for a mortgage lender, where I would have been an analyst. You don't have to be boxed in. The important thing is, and this is the third thing, is that you get some real world experience. Yes, take your classes seriously, learn as much as you can. Don't go and do it just for the grades, but get that real world experience, because employers will care so much more about that. If you can get an internship in college, or if you can find some job experience through vocational school or whatever it is, do that. Employers care so much about that. Coming out of my sophomore year of college, I took an internship at a insurance company. I didn't really care about insurance. It was in their subrogation department, which basically means collections. I didn't care about that. It didn't really have anything to do with my field at all. But I showed good work ethic when I was there. I got good references from it, and it allowed me to build on that, get a better internship the next year, and then get a job out of school. And the last thing that I want to say for those of you that are still in high school or still looking for jobs is just don't be afraid to break out of the mold of what society expects of you. I think for me, now granted I'm happy what I'm doing, but I was always kind of pushed towards you need to find this secure job, you need to have a desk job, and maybe you're someone that does need that. I know for me, it's nice having that security. But there's nothing wrong with trying something for a couple years. If you're 18, 19 years old, if you're in your 20s, you still have your whole life ahead of you. If you hit a speed bump or you mess up a little bit and you have to start over, you are still so young and there's still so much time. So take a chance. Now, if you're stuck in a career that you don't like, that was me. I can relate to that 100%. The job that I got right out of school seemed like a really good job at the time, and it was for a good company. We went through some changes, we had some layoffs, company culture completely changed. I was very unhappy with what I was doing. I felt like I no longer had a good work ethic at all. I was coming in late, I was leaving early, I wasn't putting in my best effort. Normally when I would do things in college or in my internships, I was really happy and proud of the work that I did. I would show it to people. I didn't want my name on the work that I did. And I think that happens to so many of us as we get sucked into this job that just kind of sucks the life out of us. And it's not healthy. You start to have a lesser view on yourself. You think, am I actually a good worker? Do I actually care? For me, it was a very easy job, and I knew that I could put in the bare minimum effort and get away with it. I could get by. But I wasn't happy with the product that I was putting out there. And as a result, I wasn't happy with myself. It's so easy to get caught in the trap of, I am content with my job. That's not good enough to be just content with it. You need to find something that you actually go in and you put effort into every day, because even though, yes, it takes work to put in effort, you feel better at the end of the day. And I wasn't at that job, but I had to get out of it. And so I started looking. It was as simple as that. I just updated my resume, and finally I was able to find something that I liked and that I was qualified for. And that brought me down to Atlanta. When I go into work, I put in effort now. And it just changes your whole view, your whole attitude. You're a happier person. You're more fun to be around when you're actually putting in effort. So if you're in that dead-end job, maybe you have to take a pay cut to go somewhere else. But for me, actually going to this job where I care more and I put in effort has made just a world of difference on my attitude. Now, the last thing, if you're not happy with your job and you're not willing to change it, and there are reasons we may not be willing to change it or able to change it. Maybe it's a family situation. Maybe we can't move. Maybe you can't just up and move to Atlanta like I could. But keep in mind, there are probably jobs in your area that you could go to. But regardless, for whatever reason, maybe you are content with your job and you want to stay there. You have to find something outside of work to make you happy. For me, I coach part-time at a gym as well, and that I find a lot of joy from. One day it would be awesome to open up my own gym. But for now, having 6-7 hours a week where I get to go in, I get to train people, I get to coach people, it's awesome. It's exactly what I need. I'm at a desk job all day, and I do like this one, but I'm an active person. I need to be moving around. So for me, knowing that I have that at the end of the day to go to, it makes my whole day better. So whatever it is for you, maybe it's joining a rec league, maybe it's joining a book club. I don't know what it is, but you have to have something out of work. Even if you love your job, even if you're spending a ton of hours there and you don't want to leave, you need something outside of your job. Family, friends, find something that will make you happy. Now I know a lot of this is really common sense. If you don't like your job, you should leave it. Yeah, obviously. And yes, I know there are a lot of factors that can get in the way, money being the biggest issue. But I feel like people sometimes just need a reminder that it's okay to fail. It is okay to start over. It is okay to have to learn a new skill and start something new or move somewhere else. For me, Coming to Atlanta was terrifying. I knew no one here. It's been a great decision for me so far, and it took a lot for me to do. It was a very scary thing, but I'm glad I've done it so far. And I hope that if you're not happy with your job, you can do the same. Anyway, this was just a real quick overview of the things I thought that were important for career wellness. Finding the job, finding a way to be happy in your job, and finding the way to get out of that job that makes you unhappy. I hope this was helpful to you. I hope it maybe inspired you a little bit. Regardless, thank you so much for your time, and thank you for watching another week of Klowd9.